Hello, and welcome to another update video about ETH. Yeah, I encourage you to watch the Bitcoin video as well. I explained a little bit strategy, mindset behind the current movement to the upside. Yeah, very important to understand what the pitfalls of such a movement are. At the moment, what we see here is just a three-wave move up off the lows. While the low could be in, this is, by the way, the daily chart. We are obviously tracking a bullish scenario because we are currently assuming that the bear market low has been made in June. I mean, we've been talking about that for many months, basically over nearly a year, no, more than a year. Yeah, of course. So that's still the wave count. It hasn't changed really, this wave count for a long time. No, it hasn't. Yeah, we still track here a potential. Well, the only other thing was that here there could have been another 1-2 setup. But overall, this assumption hasn't changed. Support goes all the way down to 1240. Only below that level, we have to assume that a new bear market low is coming into the region around 620, 650. But that's far away from here. So at the moment, we are basically looking and watching if the price can form 5 waves up. That's what I explained in the Bitcoin video as well, and what we've talked about for a while now. So basically, this would need to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could take us into the $1,900 region. Then a 3-wave pullback, A, B, C, a so-called 1-2 setup. That could be bullish. If we don't wait for 5 waves up and 3 waves down and just wait for 5 waves up, then this could just be a high B wave, yeah? Because this could overall form an A, B, C structure, and the C wave up here could be the 5-wave move within the B wave, okay? So C waves are always 5-wave moves, and B waves consist of A, B, C. Yeah, and so at the moment, all I can do is, and that's what we've been doing for the last few weeks, since we have been in this range, just to point out the potential that a low could be in already here. Yeah, that Ether might have bottomed here on the 11th of September, but we cannot confirm that until we have 5 waves up and 3 waves down. So I can only point out that potential as an analyst, and then you have to decide what's good for you with regards to your portfolio. Yeah, I've been talking about my own strategy many times now, and I know that I will be, with my strategy, the winner in the next bull run. So that's sort of, so like you have to decide how you deal with that potential in your own portfolio. As I said to you, I'm constantly buying red days, so really red days, but still keeping cash aside should we come down lower. So I'll be prepared for that. Cash has to be seen, in my opinion, as a portfolio asset. So I never want to be fully invested, because if you're fully invested, you have no cash available for opportunities. Okay, so I think that's very important, but that's only what I do. And then if we see the first 5-wave move up and 3-wave move down, it will be a good setup, in my opinion, a reasonable setup for a more aggressive long trade, futures trade, maybe leverage to trade the 3rd wave rally. Yeah, and until then, I keep it in the spot market to add to my core portfolio, my core position, so that on days like these, I have a substantial profit. And then the question is more about, okay, do I capitalize on that profit or not? So yeah, that's the situation here. This could still turn also into a triangle. So we haven't broken out of the range, right? So important is obviously the end of August high, 1745 as a breakout point, and it has broken above this level. Well, actually not yet. Yeah, it's sort of holding below, fighting with it. But the important level here is 1745 and also $1,700. You know that level if you've been watching the previous videos. That's the 78.6 retracement. A move above that level will make a break above the end of August high, more likely. Okay, so let's take a look at the shorter time frame as well. Shorter time frame, we haven't really had any change since yesterday. So shorter time frame is this. It's just gone a bit higher. Yeah, it's just gone a bit higher. And we're approaching that key $1,700 level. So in the last video, I showed you that we are resetting wave 2 here. And it's only a 3-wave move up. You need to consider what does anything make this move different from this, okay? Not really, not in the moment. So that's why also back then, we've been watching for 5 waves up, not 3. If we only get 3, this can easily break down again. So there are enough possibilities still for a top to be formed. I'm not saying it couldn't go higher. I'm just saying the levels are very clear, 1700 and 1745. If we break above these, the white wave count, which indicates this 5-wave move to the upside, will become more likely. The Ether structure looks better than the Bitcoin structure, I have to say. And we are more bullish on Ether anyway than Bitcoin, you know that. So that's sort of important because of the ETH BTC chart. If you have missed the ETH BTC videos, check out the latest videos. Certainly more bullish on ETH than BTC, medium term. And yeah, if it forms those 5 waves, I mean, that will be the signal really. Essentially, for a more bullish interpretation, what we want essentially is this $1,700 level to break and 1745, and then for it to form 5 waves. And then we can look at, okay, is this just a high B wave? Okay, is it a decent short trade? Maybe, yeah. And then scaling into a support area. So basically a bit of hedging because of that high then, which might be sort of in the $1,900 region. A move down, yeah, could occur. If this is just a high B wave, the potential will be there. We might be able to tell according to the structure, and then it could, we might be able to short it into the $1,200 region. If it doesn't go down there, it should at least go into a support area. And if it only forms 3 waves down, A, B, C, then we have a fantastic long trade opportunity into the $3,000 to $4,000 region. So those are, in my opinion, the next reliable trade setups here. Anything in between is not very reliable at this stage because we're just moving in a range and it's chopping around. It's another 3-wave move up, which could develop to something more bullish, but we're currently sort of in that in-between space between not really bearish, not really bullish, potential trend change, but that will only be confirmed after 5 waves up, 3 waves down. Yeah, so that's why I'm just observing this at the moment. Also today, obviously, a lot of volatility potentially expected. Doesn't always happen. Potentially expected due to core PCE data, inflation data. And yeah, at the moment, I leave the yellow wave count on the chart, which is the bearish one. But if we see a sustained break above 1700, then we will be leaning more towards the white wave count, okay? But again, still need to see it fill in. We are going to track it. We've been tracking it anyway for a while now, this white wave count, always highlighting the potential, right? And then again, only you can decide what you do with that potential. Yeah, that's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership and also check out our Instagram and Twitter accounts. You can find the links in the video description. And if you're interested in more content in the membership, then yeah, you'll find the links in the video description. As a member, you get access to Discord and Telegram chat rooms, educational content about trading, mindset, risk management, all sorts of stuff about Elliott Wave. You get access to the chat rooms, of course. As a gold member, additional market updates, which can be very valuable if the market is volatile. Plus, there is a weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.